How is Ashton Kutcher creepy? Let me count the ways. And we did. For this week's podcast episode, we cover number one, Diddy and Ashton Kutcher's friendship. It's been going on for over 20 years. It started when Diddy called up Ashton Kutcher when he had his TV show Punk'd, and he was basically like, I hear that you're going to punk me. You don't want to do that. Let's make a deal. Even with Punk'd, he was like very suspicious and creepy. They became friends. They started watching football together. They would go on runs together. They co-hosted a white party together. They've been really good friends for 20 plus years. And of course, despite that, now all of Ashton Kutcher's sources are saying he never in a million years would have even guessed that Diddy could have been doing something like that. Which is crazy because 5 years ago, I was hearing rumors of what Diddy was doing, and your friend of 20 years didn't know, please. Number two, of course, we covered the Danny Masterson scandal, but I think what's really interesting about it is how it tied in to back in the day, his girlfriend or a girl that Ashton Kutcher was hooking up with. He went to go meet up with her at her house and the door was locked, all of the lights were on, and he saw what he thought was red wine stains on the floor. So he left. It ended up being blood, and she had been murdered in her house that night. Now, different people, including an ex-girlfriend of Danny Masterson and others, have said that Ashton Kutcher actually saw that she was dead in the house, freaked out, called Danny Masterson, who is a Scientologist, and asked for help to make sure that this wouldn't be linked to him, especially because his fingerprints were now at the scene of the crime. So some people allege that Danny said that he would help Ashton Kutcher with this whole situation. I know it sounds crazy. And that maybe could be why Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis wrote character letters for Danny Masterson with his essay scandal. I mean, Scientology is not a pro bono type of situation. So that was something we talked about too. A Twitter flub in which he was like, oh my God, I can't believe that this football coach got fired. That's so unfair. And it turns out the football coach was fired because he covered up child SA. I do think that this was just a Twitter flub, but in light of everything else and the company Thorn that he founded, it's just weird. We talk, of course, about his relationship with Demi Moore, their divorce, the cheating, the threesomes that happened in their marriage, and of course, even weirder, how the cheating happened, one of the cheating instances, when he was spending a night partying with Demi Moore's daughter, which is strange. We talk, of course, about the TV show Punk'd that he put together and how it just went way too far. It's giving Ellen DeGeneres. And then lastly, of course, we end with his blind items and just a little bit more about Ashton Kutcher. So if you want to hear an hour-long breakdown of why I think Ashton Kutcher is creepy and why he seems to be worrying about this whole Diddy situation and potentially now considering a move to Europe, you can check out our episode anywhere podcasts are found.